By our champion, Chris Barone. Congrats, Chris.
Thank you very much.
I got a little something for you here, of course.
Maybe.
There's the trophy from winning this here
That's
Invitational.
Nice.
And one more thing, how about a golden ticket? An invite to the Players' Championship for you. You'll be coming back in December to compete in that tournament.
Awesome, thank you.
Huge congratulations. And Chris, I got to tell you, sometimes someone wins the Invitational. You dominated the Invitational. You absolutely ran over this field. How are you feeling right now?
Definitely lucky. Super lucky, especially in the modern portions. I felt like my deck in modern, it was kind of just a coin toss. Like Humans has game against everything, but yeah, just lucky overall. I mean, it's a little surreal still.
Sure.
Obviously. I mean, I'm happy I top 8'd and then just playing one round at a time. I kept telling myself that, so.
I think that's exactly what you have to do in these big tournaments. And watching you play, you looked ice cold. Absolutely cool, calm, and collected. Were you actually, or were there butterflies inside the whole time?
Yeah, no, I didn't want to get in my own head, so I was like pretty sure I was making myself get in that mindset.
Sure, and I think you did a great job of that. It certainly played that way on camera anyway. Tell me a little bit about yourself, because I'm going to be honest with you, I was not familiar with you until this huge performance that you just put up. What's been your lifetime experience with Magic? How long have you been around the game? Do you have any other big successes on your resume?
So me and my brothers started playing around like Onslaught block, around there. That was like my first pack, and we played casually up until World Week, where we started playing more competitively. As far as tournaments, I don't go to as many as I probably should, because I enjoy them, but I top 8'd Opens before when they had the old format, the one-day format, and I've done well at Classics. Nothing on the Grand Prix or Pro Circuit, but I've done well at the SCGs, so.
Okay. Yeah. So what were your expectations when you set out for this tournament? Was this something you envisioned when you were preparing for the Invitational?
I would hope someone who enters a tournament would envision themselves winning. Like, don't bother going to the tournament if that's not one of your goals, right?
Sure.
Top 8's obviously, that's kind of like the first step, and then you have to play in the top 8. But yeah, just like I said earlier, one round at a time. I wanted to play Magic. Actually, Pioneer was just so fun to play.
Sure.
I didn't even know I was in a tournament the whole time. I was just like, oh, this is great. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I think that's a great way for us to get to talking about your Pioneer deck. You didn't lose in Pioneer.
No, I didn't lose. I had one draw that went to time, and I think if we had a few extra turns, the Delirium player would have won. I have to be honest. I'll be honest.
Fair enough, but still scoreboard.
Scoreboard.
No losses on your record.
No losses.
How did you settle on mono black aggro? How long ago did you know you were playing this deck? And what do you think about it going forward? Is it one of the best decks in Pioneer? Because you certainly made it look like one of the best decks in Pioneer today.
So I definitely enjoy playing the aggro decks. Just good decks that can put on a clock, add some disruption. That's really my wheelhouse for the most part. I feel most comfortable playing those. And for Pioneer, I was messing around with some, collected company decks and whatnot, and I felt that they just really weren't that powerful. And then shout out to the guy who I think won the Magic Online PTQ.
Yeah, last week.
I had the same 60 main deck. I saw his deck. I started playtesting it last week, and I just instantly fell in love with it. It's exactly what I wanted to be doing. Tweaked the sideboard a little, how I felt like I should, and yeah, that's it. Going forward with mono black, I think it does have weaknesses. I think the Delirium decks are decent against it. I mean, it's still a coin flip kind of matchup. Like, you can definitely get them. But cards like Settle the Wreckage are scary. Cards like Anger the Gods are scary. The mono red decks, if you can put pressure, if you can outclock the mono black deck, all the creatures can't block.
Sure.
If you saw in the, I think it was the semis, the guy had Rabble Master on turn 2. I was smoked that game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say those strategies are pretty strong against mono black.
Okay, that makes sense. And as far as your personal preference, are you sticking with mono black going forward? Are you going to make this work? Find ways to?
No, I'm definitely playing mono.
You're a convert
now. I have to.
Look, you made me a convert.
Okay, cool.
Your play was so impressive all weekend, and seeing what the deck was capable of in your hands, it was a real eye opener.
Strong deck.
Yeah, I was high on it going into this weekend. I'm really high on it now. I thought you really did a great job showing what the deck was capable of.
Right, thank you.
Why don't we talk a little bit about Modern?
Okay.
Humans was your choice in Modern. You did lose in Modern, but only once.
Yeah, no, it took me down.
Okay, so you dropped one match. Humans, I would say, of its position in the metagame presently, it's on a downswing.
Yeah.
It's not at its heights that it was previously, going back maybe 6 months or so.
Yeah, definitely.
Why Humans?
So I think Humans is just a deck I like playing, but obviously I wouldn't just go into a big tournament just playing a deck I liked if I didn't think it was good. I honestly think that there's always like a flavor of the month kind of deck, and I'm not knocking the Urza decks. They're probably the best deck by far, right? They're a crazy deck. But Humans always like has a dog in the fight. So no matter what deck I'm playing against, if I have a good opener in Humans, a nice disruption, like clock on them, I feel like I can play against any deck. So I'm pretty comfortable playing Humans in pretty much any modern format. I mean, as of right now, and for the past year or so, but I don't know down the line.
Would you say that fits with your general approach to Magic? You just want to have a dog in the fight, you want to have a chance in any given matchup?
I don't like playing these swingy kind of decks where people can sideboard like good hate cards against them. Like I don't want to fold to a Rest in Peace.
Sure.
I don't want to fold to Ancient Grudges or anything like that. I want to be able to play Magic. That's what I like doing. So
makes sense to me, and you did a great job of it this weekend. And obviously, the next step, that golden ticket you have in your hands right there. You're headed to the Players Championship. You're going to be playing against the stars of the SCG Tour, people who I'm sure you see on a week-to-week basis who have earned their slots. Now you're one of them. Do you think you can hang with everyone else in the Players Championship? How do you like your chances?
One round at a time. I don't know. I'm not going to say what my chances are. I'm going to take it one round at a time, play some Magic.
And obviously, you're playing some different formats when it comes to the Players Championship. Standard and Legacy now on the docket. What's your experience level like, specifically with Legacy, but also how plugged in are you to Standard at the moment?
So Legacy, I've actually never played in any sanctioned tournaments, but me and my brother, who, like, shout out to him definitely, we always play test together like every day. We've play tested Legacy a good amount, and I like that format. I'm not really sure what deck I'm going to play in that.
Okay.
Standard, I don't like it right now. I mean, I don't like the whole Oko mirrors and that kind of, just how the game's playing out. It's kind of repetitive. So we'll see if there's any banning or whatnot, and we'll go from there, I guess.
Okay, and now the other thing that comes as a result of this tournament win, besides your invite to the Players Championship, besides that trophy right there, besides a whole heap load of money, it's token time.
Yeah.
You get to decide what token you want to be immortalized as.
Everyone already knows what token I'm going to pick.
Tell
right?
the people.
Tell the people. And as much as I don't want to play Oko in Standard, I'm going to pick a food token.
Sure.
It's the obvious pick. I mean, you kind of have to, right?
Yeah, I can't blame you at all. And is this going to influence your opinion of Oko? You're going to look to pick up more food decks once you have your token?
Honestly, might, right?
I would do the same thing.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I couldn't blame you at all for that. So, what's next on your agenda? You're going to head back to Rhode Island, right?
Island, yep.
What are you doing when you get back there? Who are you celebrating with? Anyone you want to give shout-outs to back in Rhode Island?
Oh, yeah. Everyone in the Rhode Island, Mass area, they've been supporting me on Facebook. They've been sending me messages. I think all those guys are great. I know. I honestly was so unexpected. I was getting notifications on my phone. Biggest shout out to my brother. I mean, he's my playtest partner, you know, so that's pretty much it. I'm probably forgetting a lot of people. There's a lot of people at this tournament that, came up to me like, yo, bro, you're doing a good job. I like the way you've been playing. I like the deck. I'm like, hey, thanks. Like, so shout out to them too. Go back to Rhode Island and time for exams. So
yeah, you told me we share something in common. You were currently in law school, right? Mm-hmm. And I shared a little bit of wisdom. Stuff like this happens exactly when you can't afford it to.
Oh my God,
I'm sure you're going to be very busy over the next few weeks. But if you play anything like you played today, I really like your chances at the Players Championship. I think you proved yourself as a deserving champion. And how about in the future? Do you see yourself maybe committing more to the SCG Tour? Do you want to try and come out a lot more when it comes to Season 1 next year?
Well, it means a lot that you said that, and I guess we'll see if it's a reasonable trip and whatnot, and we'll just take one day at a time, man.
That sounds like a great approach to everything. Chris, I am so happy for you. Like I said, a very, very deserving champion. Last chance, anything you want to say to the people at home? Give them a reason to root for you at the Players Championship. Why should you be their horse in the race?
I play fair Magic. That's what I do.
Okay, just good, clean, fair Magic from Chris Barone, our SCG Invitational champion. Congrats one more time, Chris.
Thank you.
And we're going to send it back to Cedric and Patrick over in the booth.